Oh no, there's ghosts in my house. I gotta call the Ghostbusters. Wait, why are they not answering? Like, why are they not answering? Where the hell is the Ghostbusters? Wait, what? Like, the Ghostbusters are apparently women now, and they're dancing in the warehouse. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck, Sony? Hey guys, this is Frozen Things Stews here, and welcome back to another review. Oh, sorry, this is not a review. This is a pure rant on Ghostbusters. Yep, the reboot. So Ghostbusters is a reboot to a 1984 classic, and it came out in the year 2016, and is directed by Paul Feig, who's best known for directing a bunch of comedies, one of them being Spy, which I personally found to be pretty solid, though overrated. And it stars Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, Kate McKinnon, Leslie Jones, Chris Hemsworth, Andy Garcia, and a bunch of others, blah blah blah. And so basically, this movie's plot is about, oh god, I have to do this, and this is gonna be painful to go through. But yeah, so it tells the story of four women. Two of them are paranormal enthusiasts. Anne Gilbert, who is a science college professor. Abby Yates, who is who is a scientist. You got a nuclear engineer, Jillian Holtzman, and subway worker, Ty Tolan, and yeah, they both come together when they both witness a ghost inside a subway station, and before that they've been constantly hearing about ghost invasions in Manhattan City, and so yeah, they find this ghost. They pretty much try to expose it, but because apparently the world doesn't believe that ghosts are real, so yeah, they try to expose the ghost, but apparently no one believes them. They all say that the video is fake, that the video they used to expose the ghost is fake. So they pretty much must rely on themselves and people who are close to them in order to take down the ghosts, and yada yada. And yeah, there's this guy named Rowan, actually the name Rowan North, who is trying to unleash a ghost into Manhattan, and blah blah blah. Who cares? So yeah, I think everyone knows. I think everyone knows the controversy surrounding this movie before it's released. Yeah, I'm sure what I'm talking about. Just the idea alone of a female Ghostbusters movie has gotten people mad. And I mean mad, yeah, especially the Ghostbusters fans. They were tearing the shit out of this movie. They were saying that this was going to be one of the worst things humanity has ever done, especially one of the worst things to come out of the industry. Yeah, and when the trailer dropped, the official trailer, yeah, the first trailer to be specific, it is the most disliked trailer in history. Oh well, that was until the Emoji Movie trailer dropped, but this Ghostbusters is one of the most hated trailers ever, and it is one of the most disliked. And yeah, I will admit, back then before this movie came out, I was not really familiar with the controversy and stuff. I wasn't really the type of person. I wouldn't really read stuff about controversy on that stuff. I wouldn't really watch videos about reading that stuff. I wouldn't read stuff online. I just whenever a new movie comes out, I just watch the trailer. I judge it for myself without finding out what others think about it. When the movie comes out, sorry about that. Yeah. When the movie comes out, I read the reviews for myself. I don't, and then I use the reviews from IMDb, and I go about my day, watch it, judge for myself, and yeah, that's pretty much what I was like back then. I wasn't, looking at controversies and all that stuff. But yeah, but of course, well, as of now, I've learned about this. And I became a little suspicious about it when I saw that the IMDb rating was 4 out of 10, which is rare for IMDb to rate a movie this low, especially a blockbuster. So, yeah, I knew that there's something up. The movie surprisingly got a fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which why? But the audience score is like 40%. Like audience has like tore this movie to shreds when it came out. And then you got the people who defend this movie saying, "Oh, you are sexist. You hate women. Oh, yeah, these guys hate women." And yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah, they hate women, and yeah, after and yeah, and also one thing this movie achieved is that okay, well, with this one, I don't really know if I could be wrong with this one. So please correct me if if I'm wrong on this. But this is the movie that's kicked off the woke phase, where basically every single movie would be called woke. Every single female that this is actually the first movie where like everybody would just all the haters and naysayers would describe as woke, and they would target it against female-led movies. This has been an ongoing trend where anything that's diverse is woke. Yeah, it started off with just females calling female-led movies woke, but then it turns into. But then it just turns into, it gets worse and worse now. Anything that's diverse they call woke. Black leads are called woke. LGBTQ is called woke. Leads Asian leads are called woke. Yeah, pretty much anything that's diverse and they're gonna accuse it of representation. Literally, white male is the only way. The only way for people to not see us woke is when it has a white male lead. And I may make a video on that, but this was like pretty much how this was the type of movie that people would call woke at the time. Yeah. So yeah. Now, judging the film for myself. Yeah. Now let's talk about this film. Let's fucking tear this film to shreds. And rip it apart piece by piece. Okay, well, I will admit I did overreact towards this film back then. I don't think it's the worst movie ever. Yeah, I treated this like it was the worst movie of 2000. Yeah, I called this the worst movie of 2016. Yeah, and I call this one of the worst movies of all time. I will admit though, I think I went a little too far in that. I was kind of overreacting back then, but because I will admit, I'll probably, if you guys saw my Letterboxd reviews or pretty much Instagram related posts about this movie back in 2021, that was a bit too harsh. But now I'm going to be a tad bit more generous to this movie. I'm going to talk about some of the redeeming qualities of this movie because yes, there are some redeeming qualities in this. I personally found Chris Hemsworth to be a guilty pleasure character. Yes, he's not a great character. Yeah, Kevin, he's not really that great of a character. He is pretty goofy. He is a pretty silly character. And yes, he may be dumb, but I don't know. There's actually some charm to his character. And I found him to be a guilty pleasure. I don't know, I just like him. I also found Kristen Wiig to be a kind of a tolerable character. She didn't really piss me off. Yes, she's a horribly written character, but she didn't really piss me off, honestly. And CGI is okay, I guess. But that's it. That's all the good things I like. The things I like about this movie. Oh yeah, and the Ghostbusters rendition, the Fall Out Boy version, love it. That's probably the best thing to say about this movie. But boy, now we get into the shit. Everything wrong with this movie, and oh dear God, where do I get started with this? Yeah. Oh, I just want to start by saying that I actually watched the extended cut for the first time. Yeah, I did rewatch this movie preparation for this rant, and what I rewatched is actually the extended cut, which is 2 hours and 30 minutes long. Like, okay, let me like it's no not really director's cut. I don't think it's director's cut. It's more of an extended cut, and I want to ask, why do we need this? Why the fuck did we need an extended cut? Like, honestly, I gotta say, the extended cut is even worse. Like, if you thought that the theatrical cut was bad, oh boy, the extended cut is even worse. Yeah, seriously, Sony, why do we need this to torture us more by making the runtime even longer? Oh my god. Yeah, this it's so long. Like I was constantly skipping parts. Yeah, considering I rewatched this movie on my laptop, I was constantly skipping parts every couple of minutes. Yeah, that's how much I hate this movie. That's how much I can't stand this movie. Yeah. Now I will say though, I will admit, I'm not against the idea of a female Ghostbusters movie because you can actually make this work. You can actually make them badass. You can actually make them badass stars. Yeah, I can kind of see potential in this. See potential in a pretty solid Ghostbusters movie. But do you want to know what was actually the problem? Why this ended up being one of the worst examples of a female of this why this was done so poorly is that they casted low quality actresses who stars in low quality comedy movies. I'd argue Kristen Wiig is the only actress here who's pretty much had a decent track record when it comes to her movies, and she has experienced something where I guess she'd fit, though I wouldn't really necessarily call her a good action. I wouldn't really call her great, but I wouldn't really say that she fits Ghostbusters. In fact, that's the thing. They don't feel like Ghostbusters. Like it's so hard for me to view them as Ghostbusters because I'm view them as Ghostbusters. And this whole movie felt like an SNL skit. I mean, you literally have an SNL star in this movie, Leslie Jones. Leslie freaking Jones in this movie. And my God, is she so... Yeah, I'll talk about the characters themselves lately, but yeah, you got an SNL star to make this look like an SNL skit. You got two of the most annoying actresses ever. Kate McKinnon, who apparently was starring Barbie and who apparently had a great role, an amazing role, where playing as weird Barbie in Barbie. Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, best Kate McKinnon performance. Weird Barbie, worst Kate McKinnon performance, Gillian Hudson. Who agrees? Who agrees with me on that? And of course, freaking Melissa McCarthy. Oh my God, fuck Melissa McCarthy. She is the female Adams. I swear to God, she is the female Adam Sandler. Yeah, she is. In terms of just how low quality she is, how low brow she is. It's like not only is she the female Adam Sandler, she's worse. Yeah, she's in my least favorite actress of all time list. I hate Melissa McCarthy. Yeah, she has some decent roles. So she was okay in Spy, but this has to be her worst performance. Oh wait. Yeah, actually, I take her as Ursula in The Little Mermaid over this one. Even though this admittedly isn't as bad. Yeah, but whew, um, boy, yeah, and yeah, the four of them show no chemistry throughout. Yeah, there is absolutely no chemistry shown within these so-called Ghostbusters. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, and they are all horrible. Well, yes, even though Jillian is, I mean, Erin is tolerable, but the other three, like what I said, my god, they make stupid jokes, and they're all so fucking stupid. And that's the thing with this movie. They make jokes after jokes after jokes after jokes. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I could literally come up with a better cast than this. I'll talk about this later. But yeah, let's talk about the humor. Oh my god. I mean, Ghostbusters may be a comedy, but they're usually more in the side of the spookiness and the more the spookiness and the action of it all. But no, this one's just joke, 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 and it just gets so annoying, and you just really want to tell them, shut up. Yeah, and my god, all the jokes, not only are they annoying, but they are freaking childish. They are something you'd expect in a kid's film. And that's the thing, this felt like a kid's movie, as straight up. Even though Ghostbusters is a movie that's actually pretty tolerable to show for parents to show their kids, this one felt like it was aimed for children. Yeah, for literal 6-year-old children. Yeah, and my god, they had the audacity to put jokes like a ghost vomiting, which you saw in the trailer. Yeah, the ghost, a ghost lady vomiting, and yeah, and worst of all, a fart radio where pretty much they one of them recorded the ghost thingy, the ghost activity, and they were and she was going to show it to the other Ghostbusters members, but turns out it was a fart, a freaking fart. My god, who the fuck wrote this movie? What kind of a writer is he or she? Like, I swear to God. And the story, oh my god. This actually, yeah, it's just your average Ghostbusters story of the Ghostbusters busting ghosts and all that stuff, and all that stuff. But seriously, but probably this annoying movie cliche, one of the movie cliches that annoy me the most is in this. It is showcased in this one, and that is the "I don't believe you, you're crazy" cliche, where basically where basically the main character tries to witnesses something that isn't in line with reality. They tell the others about it, but the others will be like, "Oh, I don't believe you. You're crazy because this is not in line with reality." Yeah. This one basically one major plot point in this movie is that the Ghostbusters have to convince the everyone, including the mayors and secretaries and senators, that the ghosts are real. And guess what? They don't believe them. Yeah, wow, what a totally original plot line that is. And speaking of mayors and senators and senates and all that stuff, this movie has the audacity to add politics in it. Oh yeah, sure, there was politics in Ghostbusters too, but at least the politics in this one didn't affect the movie. But this one, the politics in this movie was so forced. Was so forced and shoehorned in. Yeah, and okay, I'm getting lost right now. Yeah, bunch of forced politics in this one. Yeah. The villain's a fucking joke. The only thing I remember about him is that his name is Rowan, and he's some guy, background guy. Yeah. And also, here's another thing. Here's another problem. One of the Ghostbusters is a subway worker. So basically, you're saying you got some random person who apparently she has no knowledge on any of it. She has no knowledge on paranormal, scientist stuff. She's just a subway worker. So why would he get someone who has no experience, who goes busting, who apparently had no experience, and she's suddenly on the team, and she can actually fight. And speaking of fights, oh my goodness, there is no girl power in this one. Yeah, the fight scenes are so lackluster. Like, first of all, there's barely any action throughout. There's such a lack of action, and the final fight scene is a joke. Well, maybe that's one of the better parts of the movie, but it's still not very good. But my god, the female characters, they are not badass at all. Yeah, seriously. You know what they could have done? They could have gotten actual action stars who can actually put in some humor in it. Yeah, like the ones whose experience being in both serious and dramatic movie. Yeah, someone who yeah. So yeah, if I were to make my own Ghostbusters team, I'd personally put Kristen Bell. Yeah, I know I'm biased because she played Anna, but she had experience. But I think the combination of her Veronica Mars role and her comedies can actually give her a great fit in a Ghostbusters. I would also cast Anna Kendrick, Amanda Seyfried, and I don't know, Megan Fox, I guess. I don't know. Who cares? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna make my own Ghostbusters female cast on Instagram. So if you're an Instagram follower of mine, look out for that. Well, I would have already posted it by the time I upload this video. So yeah, whatever. But yeah, that would be my ideal. But mostly Kristen Bell and Michelle Rodriguez. I think that they're both the perfect Ghostbusters. They both fit perfectly. Yeah. And heck, I would honestly rather see Awkwafina in a Ghostbusters movie than freaking Melissa McCarthy. So yeah. And also, whatever, it's screwed, man. So overall, Ghostbusters 2016 is a horrible movie. It's not one of the worst movies ever. It's not one of the worst movies of 2016. It's a dishonorable mention though. But the movie is just a soulless cash grab. That's a soulless cash grab reboot with annoying characters, lowbrow humor and it relies more on comedy than seriousness. There's a lack of action, and also it's boring. It's not fun at all. So yeah. Thankfully, at least I did point out some redeeming qualities to it, and yeah. And if you think that people are sexist or hate on this movie, well, there's far better female-led movies out there. So yeah, heck, even Madam Web is a better female-led action movie from Sony than this. So with that said, I'm going to give Ghostbusters 2016 a 1 out of 5. So also for my review of Ghostbusters 2016, what are your thoughts on the movie? Do you defend this movie, or do you agree with me that it sucks? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for, well, you may think it's, stay tuned for my review on Ghostbusters Afterlife. Finally, a new Ghostbusters, a good Ghostbusters movie. Yes, back to me giving a Ghostbusters movie a positive review. And also, not only that, but stay tuned for a new trailer reaction / review. You probably know which trailer I'm doing. If you know which trailers have came out. Bye, guys.